Let's see if this is the magic. Before I had the phone cockeyed, and I don't know why I just don't like that. I feel like I don't know where I'm looking. I look very condensed, like the screen is right here. And then I went frozen. I was frozen. Super excited to hear from Seton tonight. Seton Tucker, our resident subscriber and podcaster, is going to be sharing with us the updates of the Murdaugh murder mystery. So her podcast is Murdaugh Family Murders, Impact of Influence. It's very exciting. Or not exciting, that sounds like sort of terrible. But we haven't heard from her in a while, and so I'm excited to hear what she's going to say. Yes, I'm back. I'm joining my friend Kelly's phone. Oh, so let's see. Kelly must be a subscriber. I don't see Kelly now. Now, we'll see. What did you miss? You missed nothing. I was on for a second, and then I had to come off because everybody said I was frozen. While we wait for Seton to try to come on, something is going wrong. Welcome to my life. Something is going wrong with, it's just everything. That's every day. Every day something goes wrong. It's true. It's true. Whether you somebody pees on something, or you go to the Walmart and you forget to get, I don't know, what did I forget? Cheez-Its, something. Seton can investigate. Oh my gosh. I mean, Courtney, I cannot take it. It's too much. Kelly's here, but not my phone. Okay, hang on. Allow guest viewers. Okay, I'm allowing the guest viewers. Okay. Seton's texted me. It was frozen. I know it was frozen. I don't know what in the world. Okay, let's see if Seton can do it this time. Tucker. But a lot is right. Always. There's always a lot right. See?
Finally.
Oh, there you are.
The struggle is real.
This is just normal life for us. We're used to this kind of thing.
5 years off my life. Go.
I'm with my friend who I rehomed my my lizard to. My son had a lizard. He named it Ozzy, and he became the Lizard of Oz. And then he went off to college, so he needed to be rehomed. Well, so yesterday, my friend's cat got a hold of the lizard. The lizard is fine, but she had to find
It was traumatic.
It was traumatic.
Very traumatic experience.
She had to find a lizard vet. And apparently a lot of regular vets do not accept lizards as patients.
They do not.
And are you surprised about this?
I was not, but she was.
I was like, oh, my pet's in distress. Like, why is there no veterinary pets that are going to take care of him?
I haven't seen the lizard yet, but apparently he's missing his tail. But this is what they do under.
He's really good.
They grow back.
They grow back. They grow back.
We can get our.
Now you knew that.
Anyways, you guys are like.
All right, sorry.
You guys are like.
I came over
and
here.
Now the dog.
Time.
Well, I was late. I was just, living the life of luxury around here. Taking Amos to the park with Thomas and Blair. Went on a boat. Got home in the swing. I was like, oh, what time is it? I watched the sunset. I mean, since when does the sun set at 8:00? It's May.
It's okay. No worries.
We struggle. Okay, go ahead. Give us the lowdown, schnowdown.
Okay, so our last episode was probably one of my most favorite episodes. Episode 53. We had a former FBI agent break down to Fitz News, reported that there was high velocity impact spatter found on Alec Murdaugh's shirt. So they broke it. That was huge. So we kind of.
But I never saw that information anywhere else.
It hasn't been reported anywhere else, but I mean, I expect it to be true. Can't imagine anybody would just make up anything. So I think that it's most likely true. And we did talk to him a bit about law enforcement sometimes strategically release leaks to get information or to get people to talk. So, I mean, that's, so, yeah, no, so it could be a strategic leak by law enforcement for one reason or another.
Oh.
Okay. So we talked to this former FBI agent who was like super impressive. And first of all, he described what high velocity impact spatter was. Because I didn't know. I mean, I was like, people are talking blood spatter. It was confusing. And he says it's a liquid or other material when something is impacted by, either a gun or some other sort of weapon. And so it could be, but it also could be like spinal fluid or bone, just depending on what it was.
Me not.
Right. And he says that this doesn't really travel very far and it dissipates pretty quickly. And he said that you have to be in the range of 30 to 36 inches to receive this sort of splatter. So that is, I asked him if you could get this as a result of CPR, and he said no, that wouldn't. He said unless someone aspirates, but typically you can kind of differentiate between splatter and aspiration. If someone like is exhaling and they kind of have a foamy blood matter coming out, you typically can kind of differentiate the two.
Right.
And so he's saying that the two weapons that have been reported to have been used were an AR-15 and a shotgun. So these are both considered long barrel weapons. So when you think about a long,
I can't hear you. Me no hear you.
Wait, all right.
Oh, I can hear you.
Wait. Okay, you can hear me now. Okay.
Yeah.
Where did I cut off?
Some about a long barreled something.
Now,
you can't hear me? Can you hear me?
It's a delay. We might have to get out and go back on because we're getting that delay where I'm like hearing you say stuff on delay. Should I log out and get back on? Yeah. I'm gonna get out and request a join.
Okay. Oh, such a mess. Are your AirPods near? Oh, they could be connecting. Oh, well, I wish I had my AirPods in here. I would put them on. That's what we should be doing. She and I should be wearing our AirPods. Yes, Nina, it's about a real case, the Murdaughs. We've talked about it. Seton's been on probably close to a dozen times to talk about it with us. In South Carolina, fella has been indicted on all these charges. His wife and son were found murdered. He's in jail right now, not charged in anything in their cases, but his housekeeper died. He had stolen the money from them. Asked Seton if she thinks that was her cousin Nettie to kill them. Kill Maggie and Paul. Oh, to kill Maggie. And Paul ended up being collateral damage. I don't think so, but I can ask. Is that better?
Yes, I'm back. Will you call in and tell him that I'm on live at your house? So we were talking about the long barrel weapons. So this FBI expert we had on thought that it would not be possible to get this blood spatter with a long barrel weapon. So that was that was really interesting. I did not expect that in any way. And he doesn't think that the blood spatter came from Maggie because Maggie was shot she was shot in the back, landed face down, and then shot in the head. but splatter for her, if you're shot in the head at close range, would go down.
Oh.
And so he doesn't think that that was possible. So he thinks most likely the spatter came from Paul. And that Alex was in close proximity, but doesn't believe, based on what the reports, and again, if the reports are true and he doesn't have access to all of the information, he thinks that it probably was, he was close, but he was not the shooter. But in any account, if that's true, that doesn't mean he didn't shoot Maggie, but he was there based on having the blood spatter, because it dissipates. This blood spatter, or not impact, high velocity impact spatter, not blood spatter, dissipates very quickly. So that means you were there when it happened. So even if that means he was in close proximity when Paul died, if these reports are accurate. And he also, so there were a few other things, is he kind of thought that the wounds kind of indicated someone who was a trained marksman, because they were shot, you do 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. And that's how trained marksmen, who are trained, not just hunters, but those are people who are trained to shoot people. So again, but these were all people who are very comfortable around guns. I mean, Alec was comfortable around guns. It's a hunting lodge. So, I mean, this was just his opinion based on the limited information that we've received. Oh, and another thing that was really interesting is he kind of gave the opinion that possibly Paul and Maggie were led into some sort of kill zone. Like they were shot in a kill zone where they were shot from a distance, but then he was right there with them. So that's another possible theory.
That makes more sense to me. What's the timeline from when they died to when he called the police? I'm like I'm thinking about like if somebody else was there, how they got a weapon, blah, blah, blah.
I did ask him about whether he believed that there were 2 shooters, and he said probably yes. And we know that there were 2 guns used. There was an AR, I think 15, and a shotgun. And so there were 2 guns used that were, one has been reported to be a gun owned by the family, and one was, I guess, not. And I believe that to be the AR-15, because there was a Wall Street Journal article back in September that said the AR-15 had not been, whatever it said, it kind of made you think that it was probably the AR-15. So I kind of think that maybe the shotgun was the one owned by the family. Again, this has not been confirmed. I'm just guessing. But the timeline was very short. We know that Paul and Maggie, based on Paul's death certificate, died between 9 and 9:30, which is a very short period of time. So there had to be some sort of information that led the police to narrow this down to such a short period of time. Whether that was cell records, we don't know. We're not privy to the information, but that was a very, very short period of time. And then I think Alec, and I don't have my notes in front of me, but I believe that Alec called 911 at 10:07. So they died between 9 and 9:30, and then he called 911 at 10:07.
And when did he leave the hospital? Visiting his dad.
I mean, his lawyers have said ironclad alibi. I do not have the information to tell you exactly when he left the hospital. I don't know that information.
Well, yeah, that was big. That's a big deal.
It was a big deal. Like, really kudos to Fitz News for breaking that information.
Do you think that was Paul supposed to be there that night?
I've had some conversations with John Marvin in the last week, who is Alec's younger brother, and there's been a lot of talk about Paul not supposed to being there, but based on what he says, I don't know that it was not unexpected for him to be there. I mean, he was kind of splitting time between Moselle and John Marvin's house. He was working for John Marvin. John Marvin owns a heavy equipment business in Bluffton. John Marvin lives in Okatee, which is only about 10 minutes away from his business. So some nights he would spend the night with John Marvin and his family. Other nights he would go home to Moselle, because I think he did some work at Moselle as far as seed. I'm not a hunter, so I don't really understand all this, but like getting doves ready and that sort of thing.
Oh, wow. And how have we heard any more about any more jailhouse tapes released?
So we have not heard about the jailhouse tape. There's been some, it's all legal stuff. And so with the jailhouse tapes, actually the new judge who is out of Florence, it's not even going to be decided until March 2023. So I don't expect that we're going to get any jailhouse tapes anytime soon. It's going to be in litigation for the next year.
I mean, this could go on. We could be like 70 talking about this.
I know. I thought we would be done. I can't even believe I'm still talking about this. My friend and I, we were sitting in her garage. We were trying to watch the Amber Heard because I've not been able to catch up with this. So I really wanted to watch.
Oh, I know. We're doing that Saturday morning. Like,
I'm joining in.
I'm like, how was I dying to watch?
We're trying to catch up. I was sitting in the garage. We were watching I was catching up, just starting. And then you were like, no, get on here. Let's talk about the Murdaughs.
3 weeks to catch up.
She says it's going to take me 3 weeks to catch up.
It is.
I think we just need to watch the clips on YouTube, because other people have spent all that time trying to just get to, a condensement. But Amber started testifying today, right?
She did, but you have to watch the entire thing. I legitimately feel like you can't have an opinion unless you watch the entire everyone talk about everything. Yeah. They're both crazy
but I mean,
they're both not.
But that's like 3 weeks time. Like, I need a pandemic again to invest this much time to the trial.
I wish I had thought about this when I had COVID 3 weeks ago. I could have just sat around and watched these tapes if it had been going on.
Your new binge watching series. Look at it that way.
Yeah. I'm in. I'm going to watch.
Well, I'm not. I just want somebody to give me the clips. I just need a condensed version. And then someday it'll be made into like a, HBO special, and then I'll watch it, like Anna Delvey.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to give you the actual synopsis of crazy you see watching.
Well, I'm feeling like you might be a good correspondent for this.
She's like, I did not sign up. I was just showing you your former lizard who is in distress.
We have the lizard expert on Johnny Depp.
Who's the lizard?
You are the no. You
are.
No, I gave the lizard up because we were not good at lizard airs. My son went off to college and he kept having mealworms in there. The mealworms would turn into a bug, and I believe that the bug was biting the lizard. And I said, Miles, this is really cruel. We have to get rid of this lizard. Like, I think that the lizard is being abused.
Yeah, he might have.
I mean, the idea of getting more, no.
Don't
No,
never
everyone
get
right now
talked
is
into
like,
a gecko lizard.
guys, we're supposed to talk about the Murdaughs. Now you're
I
talking
know.
about
All right. Yeah. All right. Do we have anything? Wait, there's a bunch of new legal stuff which we're talking about in our episode that we were going to release tomorrow, because we did get some criticism this week that some people said that we were just copying another podcast and just waiting to release our stuff, which was not true whatsoever. So we were like, all right, we'll get ours out on Tuesday. So yes, we should get it out Tuesday, but I might have a lead to talk to someone really kind of important. So if that happens, then I might have to delay. But we did record today with our legal analyst. So, and it's legal stuff.
Good.
And we have a lot of people of our listeners really like the legal stuff. So, but then there's other people who are like, I'm so tired of hearing about the legal stuff. I want to hear about Maggie and Paul and all the deaths that are surrounding this story. So I get it all, but I like a mix.
You're not Fireball. You're not going to make everybody happy.
Well, that's true. I've been also on, so there's this lady, and I really respect her. I think she does a great job. Her name is Elaine Greenwood. She has a YouTube channel, and she's posted my name a lot in her videos. She didn't really like me at first, but I think I turned her around.
I think I remember her.
Yeah. So today I was, she said I don't maybe ask hard hitting questions, but that's but that's okay, because that's kind of who I am. My friend's telling me that's not.
Well, I think you do a great job, and I'm thankful to know you. In case I get arrested by the FBI and never seen again, I'd just like to say that this has been a joy in my life.
Yeah, why would you be arrested by the FBI? What are you doing that might get you arrested?
I've evidently taken bribes of houses, cars,
that was
money.
Yes, like I saw. What on earth is that about?
Me don't know. Me not know.
People
It's May. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's definitely May, so we're gonna be honored. That drinking water makes me have to pee. We're gonna be tomorrow night. We're gonna be hearing from Angela on some different medications. People are always dying to hear about medicine, so we're gonna do that a little bit. And not sure how they last so long. And then next week we're going to be talking about opioids.
Man, I'm so scared about this. My son had a friend who passed away 2 weeks ago from an opioid overdose. He thought he was buying Xanax, and it was laced with fentanyl.
Yep.
And it's been very traumatic. This is a really sweet kid who struggled with some mental health issues, and
right,
just his funeral was one of the saddest things that I've been to. And he loved Pokemon, so actually I still have my Pokemon account, because sometimes my son likes to play with me. I mean, he's 17 and sometimes he still does. So I get on there every morning. I catch a Pokemon in his honor. It's really sad.
Well, that's nice. Well, it's true. And so I did a campaign for MedIQ that'll be coming out next week, and then we're going to be doing some talking. But opioids, 75% of drug overdoses were opioids, and the majority of those were fentanyl. So 2 milligrams of fentanyl is a lethal dose. That's like a grain of sand. So in terms of like heroin, it has to be 30 milligrams of heroin to be a lethal overdose.
It is so
opioid
stuff is so scary. And these kids, they don't know what they're getting. They're young and invincible.
No.
And it is beyond scary. And I've seen reports out of Columbia, South Carolina, that there was marijuana laced with fentanyl and overdoses.
There is there's no proof of that yet. I did kind of do a deep dive into that, but 90,000 people died of drug overdoses in 2020. So it's a problem. And I think, when we were coming along, or me, you'd think, oh, people that, did drugs, right? Not like Adrian took a, whatever, Ritalin, one night to help me study, and I couldn't study, but I didn't die over it, right? Like, I wasn't doing drugs. And so I think that's what we're seeing, is this one mistake changes your whole life, So we're going to be talking about that too. And then I have a great woman who has a podcast called What the Fox, and her last name is Fox Podcast. And Megan is going to be on talking about her own background and history of having a parent that was very lenient with alcohol and all sorts of things, and how that adversely affected her as an adult. Because, that's sort of a theme, like, let's be the cool parent and let's offer these things to our children. And hearing from her is going to really be interesting. So I'm excited about that myself.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's prom season. So my son went to prom a few weeks ago, and you hear these stories about people would, let their kids do stuff at their houses, and no judgment from me, but I don't know why people would want the liability. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, and hearing from her, I didn't even know it about her. And then she and I kind of clicked on that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. But then we're going to be talking about Amber Heard on Saturday. So that's our fun activity.
I'm tuning in, and and Kelly will be as well.
Have you caught up though?
Kelly the Lizard is going to be our expert.
Kelly
That's not what I wanted to be heard of. But I watched last Saturday, and I heard a friend got on and was talking about Amber Heard, and you were completely behind it. You have to catch up. You legit have to. It's crazy.
I'm starting from ground zero. I have not watched any of it, so I'm gonna have to learn. I'm gonna have to.
I don't think
I'm gonna stay up all night.
I need Cliff Notes.
I don't think you can do it in 1 week.
We need Cliff Notes. We need Cliff Notes, Kelly the Lizard. We need Cliff Notes.
Okay, no, that is not my hashtag name.
Kelly the Lizard.
Yeah. I'll find you the lizard bed.
Kelly the Saint.
Oh, I'm so tickled. So tickled to see it's from. Okay, Seton, thanks for tuning in, and keep us updated on the next thing.
All right, bye.
Bye, y'all. Oh my God, they're in there fighting. I don't think you have to watch it all. Then Melissa says you have to watch it all. Sissy, please quit bothering him. At the same Ray they were 4 years ago. Let's see. Sissy! What are you saying to him about poopy pants? Oh gosh. I promise I haven't had anything to drink. I'm so tired. Yes, I know. Well, we were catching up with Seton. I just like to talk to Seton anyway. Okay, and we got a lot of medicine switches around here. We have Dianabel. This is in the morning. We have citalopram in the morning. And then we're going to, did you ever find your cat? Yes, we found the cat. Allie, yesterday I couldn't find Allie.
Really? She was in my bed.
No, at some point I looked for her and I couldn't find her. Yes, we found the cat. And I got the cat's collars today. Well, Allie still has Allie's collar. But I bought one anyway because why do you call her Sissy? Why do I call her Sissy? I think because Russell always called her Sissy. Maybe because she had 2 older brothers. Can't wait for the weekend. I know. I'm excited too. And we're going down on this medicine. We're going to be going to 5 mLs. We're getting rid of the guanfacine, and we're going to start a new medicine. It's like drug dealers over here. No. This. Here we go. She's the sister. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting keyed up for our big weekend, but I'm kind of tired. It's a southern thing. It is? Oh, I didn't know that. You know, my parents are from Ohio. I'm sort of behind the Mr. Mysterious Russell is never on. Mr. Mysterious Russell is probably not, he finds me so annoying, evidently right now. He calls me Adrian. And anything I say is like just nails on a chalkboard to him. It's really true. So sad I can't afford to come to the weekend. Oh, well, we'll do it again. We'll do it again another time, maybe in 100 years. Y'all know what they have at Walmart? They have Einstein bagels. How about that? Walmart is really a place. I know. And now I've another freaking paper cut. I'm wearing my shirt in Florida this weekend. I'm there in spirit. Oh, yay. I need to pick out my clothes. I put whatever clothes I can find in the morning, and then I end up in them all day, and I'm like out in public. How old is Russell? He's 14 and a half. And how did I get so old? All these children. Einstein bagels from Einstein Brothers. Oh, we don't have any Audi. Yes, I got peanut butter jelly sandwiches. I'm excited. Like 100 boxes of them. Thank you for asking. And y'all sent so many nice messages about he would only do that to me once. You know, I pick my battles. I don't find that big of a deal. It's sort of funny to me. So yeah, that's not my problem. I mean, he's making the best grades in his class, so I figure he's doing something right. Okay, look what Amos has. What is that?
A race.
You having a race?
Let's start the race.
Mommy got Amos all these PJ Masks things today because Amos doesn't have his iPad anymore.
3, 2.
And he got new books.
No.
Who's winning?
Gecko and Luna Girl.
Gecko and Luna Girl?
Eliminated.
Did Sissy win?
Win.
Amos won. Amos is in here reading about something. What's Amos reading about? Oh, Amos is reading about ancient Egypt.
Oh no.
Ancient Egypt. That's a good book.
Watch out for mommy.
Okay, let's take our medicine and then we can get ready. Good night.
No.
Too, remember? We took our...
Some water.
Okay, I'll get you some. Are we going to take a bath tonight? I know. Bath tonight? All done.
Watch out for mommy.
Okay. Ah! Mommy, move! Is Sissy not taking a shower tonight? Yes, you have so much more. Tonight?
Yeah.
When?
When you were sleeping.
When what?
When you
Oh, aren't you sneaky? What do you have on? What is that?
I can't call.
Oh. He's gonna grow so much up. I know, right? So incredible. And he started his ADHD stuff, which I think is going pretty well. That's good. Because he's sleeping better. Well, I thought he was. But he's not. He's been up today. Oh, what time did we get up?
4:15. I didn't dare call my mom and my dad by their first name. You know, I'm sure I could be a better parent. I mean, in fact, I'm quite sure. But there's some things that he's like doing it to be funny, and I couldn't handle that. You know, I'm sort of a smartass myself. Like saying something disrespectfully, even something loving is not okay, but saying it the way he says it is okay to me. But again, I mean, I'm no like, you know, amazing, outstanding parent. It's still out on how well people are going to turn out. But that's just not something. Yes, Melissa, that is exactly right. I mean, and y'all heard him. He is just, you know, and I think too, I know this is because Thomas kind of went through a change like this myself, or a couple years ago, and I was like, Thomas, what in the world? Well, now he like totally got out of it, you know, and so I just know it's an age thing, and I'm like, you know, I'm just not gonna. In fact, I almost think it's cute. Like 14 is a funny, and as you've been through it once, it helps a funny age. And you know, I'm really enjoying Blair's age. She's 12 and a half, and I am loving her age. Like, loving. Love her wanting to, you know, wear the same pajamas as me. Like, I know she's going to change so quickly. So I'm trying to appreciate things a little more. Because I think before I just didn't know to do that. You know? Anyway. It's always a learning curve. Got some spaghetti. Seton, how do I find your podcast? Seton's not on anymore. But Seton's podcast, I put the link in this video, I think, didn't I? I thought I meant to. Maybe I did. Put my spaghetti sauce. Andy and Ben? The mummy's pleasure? Okay. Do you want me to turn it on for you?
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's going to be time for Amos's bedtime. 3 sons in their 30s. Cocky age. Yes. Oh.
Oh no,
What?
I need to him.
You need to what?
Right here.
You need to put water in my spaghetti noodles?
Yes,
I don't think so. Oh.
thank you. The milk.
The milk's all done. Oh no. Thank you for asking. Bruh and dude. I've messaged you, Gail said. Gail, I will try. I was out all day today, and I have so many messages, I can't even tell you how many. I probably get 100 a day. So if I did messages all the time, I would never get anything done. That's why when you some people you message, you never ever hear from again. Annie and Ben. Is that what it's called? Which one?
That one.
The middle one or the side one?
The middle one.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. Now which one are we watching? What?
Transylvania.
Transylvania. Okay.
The Halloween. No, it's
The what?
the ghost treasure.
Ghost treasures. Honor, what are you doing in there? Honor. Oh, that's your toy. You know what I think? When she has her toy, I think that she's, I keep thinking she has some food. Yes, I do. And she does not. Yelling at her.
You need an assistant. Well, then I'm just going to be paying somebody to read my darn messages. If it's a real emergency, this is a good place to tell me what it is. That many DMs? Yes, yes. I mean, have you ever texted Alicia Keys? Has she ever responded? Never. Never, ever, can never. Because she's probably getting thousands a day. You know? No, that's why this video is good, because we can like sit here and kind of chit chat, you know, instead of me talking with each. That's one thing I'm kind of worried about the big weekend. I'm like, okay, how can I talk to all those people there? Like, is there going to be enough time, you know? Because I want to be able to talk to everybody. I'm for hire. Well, I ain't got any money. No, I do, but I'm spending it on children. And evidently on a diet, boot lift or something off the ear system for free. Now that free is in my price range. Now, sometimes I get Mary. Mary can still see my messages, but I like to read them myself. I'm not going to message you anymore since you get so many. I mean, if it's like, I mean, just don't have your feelings in a panties in a wad if I don't answer. Did you find the cat? Yes, I found the cat. I booked with Captain's Quarters, and they were supposed to call. Well, I would call them. That's what I would do. Ooh, and I've got Kelly of Oz. Look, you can buy these at North number 4 when you're here, and you're going to have your 10% off. You get 10% off almost every store downtown. I mean, they haven't called me back for my credit card number. Well, then that doesn't sound like a reservation, Angela. Ooh, I got a reply from one of the guys on Idle. That's exciting, Marla. Well, Angela, you better get your butt over there and call. I would be nervous if nobody had my credit card. Had they sent you an email or something? It's a placemat. A darn placemat. That's what it is. Placemat. The only person I've ever gotten a reply from was an Iditarod racer named Later. Text got cut off. I've called 3 times. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. My husband's filmed an interview with Alicia Keys. Ooh, really? Sat next to her mother. Oh, let's do a cruise next year. Oh, no, I would like a cruise. I'm going to bring a tent and pitch it in their yard. Couldn't find a listing for North. It's North number 4. North number 4. I probably called it North 04 because I'm always saying things wrong. He has an Instagram page you can look at. North 04 is what it looks like it says to me. But I think it's North number 4. Maybe it's North 04. I don't know what the hell it is. Send you express letter. Oh, my son's May 15th is my son's death from a year ago. Fentanyl overdose. It's also his birthday. On the same day, Sue? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Boy, that's a hard one. May 15th. Well, that might be a good day to do our video. We're going to be really talking about this fentanyl thing in May. Not that it's not something to talk about all the time, but I really have not hit on it because I want to do it the right way. And then when I got hired for this campaign, I was like, this is perfect. Like it's kind of, I did like a top 10 list of things parents and their children need to know. And so I think it'll be helpful to have just some conversations. You got sushi? That would be a negative, no, negative until I get my blocking under control. She got not talk about it. You see. But tomorrow night, Angela's coming on, and I'm glad about that. She and I are supposed to be talking tomorrow. She's going to ask me all sorts of questions. Like, am I drinking enough water? No. I know, Kim. I saw that. I saw it.
And I read probably the best thing I've ever read. This guy named Sean Dietrich. Had y'all ever? Seton got off. I wasn't going to make her stand forever. Sean Dietrich. Did I go read the comments? No. I'm like tired. About a friend he had, and he was talking about Naomi Judd and his own parents. Anyway, Sean Dietrich is quite arguably one of my favorite writers. Who's that little Kate Swenson? It's true. I love Sean's books. I don't have them that I would like them, but gosh, I just think he is brilliant. Naomi Judd herself, Ellen, had said that she really was struggling with her mental health was a real struggle. She was 76. Yeah, just struggling. Your arm is a lot smaller. Maybe my shirt is bigger. I have a friend who lost her 14-year-old daughter. I have lost 20 pounds. 20. Treatment-resistant depression. Yes, Marla, there's so many people, 90,000. I mean, I know I've probably heard from 7 parents that have this way. Treatment-resistant depression. I had never heard of that description. So overlooked. Yes, it is. Well, thank you. Somebody told me they had been taking the medicine that I'm taking, and that then it caused a thyroid problem. So then they had to take something else. I'm like, oh my gosh, if I have to stop taking it, I feel like a piggy. 20 pounds in how many weeks? Oh no, more than weeks. February, March. Almost 3 months, I think. I mean, it's not a fast thing, which is good. I mean, the idea is to keep it off, right? Like, so I am trying to drink more water, or I'm trying to exercise some that I haven't exercised in like 10 days. I mean, I have, but not like really like sweaty walk. But like tonight I had spaghetti and I had a piece of garlic bread and I had sushi for lunch. Like I could be losing more quickly, but I want to be cognizant of the way that I live and the way that I eat, or, you know, I don't want to do anything that is not natural to me, because then I'll just gain it back. So at some point, if I stop losing and I'm doing this, then I have to kind of make a decision. Are you happy with where you are, or do you want to lose more? But I mean, I quit smoking, quit drinking Pepsi. Like, those are 2 really big things to me. So I'm not a real drinker anyway. I mean, I'll drink alcohol if somebody gives me some. Yes. But Marla, I'm okay. I don't think I need to talk to her. I hate to bother her. I've got a couple moms I can talk to, but thank you so much. Yes, I found Amos's Uncrustables. Thank goodness, really. Yes. I love water, Kathleen, but you know what it is? I'm not eating all that salty mess from McDonald's, so I'm not thirsty. It's true. One night we had tacos or something. I was like, I'm so thirsty. I haven't been thirsty in forever because I'm not eating crap to make me thirsty. I got Uncrustables. Smoking and coffee are my 2 must-haves. Well, I still have my coffee, but I'm not smoking. I have too many children that need too much. I tell you what, though, organic coconut milk to my water. That sounds good. I live near a bakery. I think that might be our next shirt. Can we have a shirt that just says, I live near a bakery? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's so funny. I love unsweet green tea with lemon. Gallons of it. Really? Oh,
Golly Moses. Well, I live near a bakery. That might like be my new like go-to phrase. Oh God, I'm dying. I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying. So tomorrow's Tuesday. I guess I'm still not getting IVIG, which I do miss Gina because, you know, I have to measure on Wednesday. I'm 3 blocks away from a Krispy Kreme. I can just say that I'm glad I'm not 3 blocks away from a Krispy Kreme. Nothing makes me want a gigantic cold of glass milk like 3 piping hot Krispy Kreme donuts. I tell you what, Amos is getting ready to go to bed. It is 9:05. As soon as I finish this kitchen, I want to lose weight, but I live near a bakery. I thought you'd be in Charlotte. They haven't arrested me yet. What if somebody arrests me? If I get arrested, I can promise y'all, I did not do any of those things. I have taken no money. I have signed no non-disclosure. I mean, signing a non-disclosure is like my idea of hell. I mean, what if I wasn't allowed to talk about something? I mean, that's like the antithesis of myself. A new donation, right? I mean, y'all know I would hate that. Like I couldn't do it. If you told me right now, I want you to sign a non-disclosure for $1 million and I want you to not tell that lizards are going to grow their tails back, I would be like, I can't do it. Because I would somehow feel like the end of the world was coming. And if I could divulge that one truth, I would save everybody. I mean, I could not be paid not to say something. It's just out of my comfort zone. And I mean, I'm not going to try to hurt people. I'm really not. I have told the person that I had blocked her and then I unblocked her because I wanted to find that message. And then Facebook doesn't let me block again for like a day. Cold glass of milk. Night, I love you. No, and I have reached out to friends on Facebook and said, hey, I think this is your friend. I'm concerned. I reached out to the person that was in the lawsuit. I heard nothing from him. I don't know. Oh, I don't even think I've told Thomas. Oh, Lord. We're on a need-to-know basis around here. This family is crazy. You know, I think our life is crazy. I don't know why. Maybe having Amos or whatever, but like, I have some of us, I can tell they talk to their husbands about everything. I mean, we just don't. We're tired. You know, like we go on a family walk or have dinner together, but then we're like, we don't like sit and like talk all night long. I bet we'll have time to talk sometime. I mean, I enjoy talking, but it ain't currently what's happening because we're always like juggling or fixing things or watering flowers. What? Pigeon. Oh, and Daddy did a lot of pushing on the swing today. Okay. Oh, do you like that book? Parrots and Cockatoos. I thought you would like that animal book. I didn't think you had one of those.
Cocoons and owls.
Owls.
Woo-hoo.
Mommy likes owls.
Owl.
We just live. Yeah, I'm just living. Okay, my peoples, carry on. We'll see you tomorrow night with Angela. And then Wednesday is the measure day. Wednesday morning, measuring, 9 a.m. Bye, y'all.